pursuing IMIP was a very fulfilling experience for me that has had a very long-term impact in my life even till date. Pick up activities that you're passionate about. Pick up activities where you get a chance to learn and move out of your comfort zone. I think this program has been very carefully designed to give you a very holistic learning experience. I realized that you can do a bunch of things and not just focus on academics. So somewhere it's all interlinked. IIYP kind of breaks that myth, what we as individuals can do to kind of create a larger impact towards the society. And it does kind of sow the seeds of that social aspect in somebody's mind, who eventually then also do more for the society. Some of these aspects that I had kind of started as part of my life still hold true. I still wake up early. Physical activity is still a very important part of my life, and the kind of role that I am in my career today requires me to kind of multitask, switch context very quickly, and yeah, I think some of the foundations of these skill set were laid out back in school through the IIYP. Tremendous learnings for life.
Hi Siddharth, welcome to your interview. How are you doing today?
All good, Faiza. How are you?
I am good as well. So to begin with, would you let us know about your journey with the award and what you're doing now?
Sure. So I started engaging with the award back in 2004 when I was in 9th standard in modern school, Barakamba Road. I think I did my bronze in 2004 and then my silver in 2006. Post which I eventually went into grad school, did my engineering from Delhi, and then straight after jumped into my management studies where I completed my MBA from IIM Indore. And for the last 10 years, I've been working in the e-commerce industry, having experience with Amazon, Paytm, and currently I am heading category management for YouTube shopping in Google.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Congratulations to you. So you said that you started pursuing the award in 2004. You did bronze in 2004 and silver in 2006. So what kind of a student were you? I mean, were you more interested into studies or extracurriculars? Basically, were you pushed into doing the award or was it a voluntary choice?
So no, I was, I can describe myself as a jack of all trades till most part of my schooling. So I was a scholar in academics, usually in the top 15 to 20 ranks within my batch of about 350 odd students. Parallelly, I was also part of the school athletics team and I represented modern school in under 14 Delhi athletics meet. I was also, through my passion, associated with dramatics and theatre, and I had written and directed several plays during the course of my high school life. Curriculum in 11th came, as a place that I'd taken for myself to not, be a nerd, because I think back in the 10th board exams, I had almost left everything. My physical activities, I had dropped out of the athletics team. I had also stopped participating in anything related to dramatics and theatre. And post 10th, I realized that this is not the kind of life that I would want, where I want to be just a studious nerd engrossed in books. And I took up this challenge that in 11th, which was also academically a very challenging year because you kind of pursue your streams, where I had taken up science. I wanted to become an engineer. So I said, I'll go for this. And I took this up as a challenge that I would prove to myself that I can be part of multiple aspects of life where I'm passionate about, be it physical activities, recreational activities, and along with that, excel in my academics as well.
Nice. Were you able to focus also on the extracurricular activities with the award?
Yes, I was able to. And I think that's also a learning that I've kind of drawn from life and taken on later in my career. I think I was among the top 10 scorers in board exams from my school. I scored about 95%. Also got admitted into St. Stephen's and SRCC based on my percentage, but again, I had to kind of pursue engineering, so I took that alternate path. But yeah, I think that notion that I had in my mind as a 15-year-old giving the 10th board exams that, this is the only thing that I should be focused on was kind of broken through IIYP. And yeah, I think I excelled again in 12th board exams. Along with that, over the course of 11th and 12th standard, I was also part of athletics. I was also part of dramatics, and I also did a bunch of other things that were a part of the IAYP.
And then looking back, do you think the award has had some impact on your life?
It has had a tremendous impact, because there is a notion among Indian students that academics is the only thing that you should do and you can do. I think managing and juggling with a bunch of things in 11th and 12th standard along with academics actually helped me learn a lot about multitasking, efficient time management, and also a lot of hustle. Even to this day, I remember back in the 11th standard, because I wanted to make time for the physical recreation part of IAYP. So I used to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I used to go for the 7 a.m. athletics practice. Then I used to stay back post-school till about 4 o'clock for the dramatics practice, and then, eventually come back home to study and tuitions. Some of these aspects that I had kind of started as part of my life still hold true. I still wake up early. Physical activity is still a very important part of my life. And the kind of role that I am in my career today requires me to kind of multitask, switch context very quickly. I think some of the foundations of these skill set were laid out back in school through the IAYP.
That is really motivating for all the young award participants who are pursuing the award today. And so how did you come to choose athletics under the physical recreation section? Was it offered in your school as an activity?
Yeah, so I think I was fortunate to be part of modern school Barakhamba Road, because almost every sporting activity was being offered. We had the right infrastructure, the right support in terms of coaches and mentors. And hence, for a student, it was like, too many options to choose from. But I was associated with athletics starting when I was in the 6th grade, about 10, 11 years old, where through trials I got selected as part of the school athletics team representing the school in 800 meters distance running. Hence, over the course of 3-4 years, I had been frequently practicing athletics as part of the school team. So it was a very natural choice for me. Apart from that, I think also running has been kind of a stress reliever for me since a very young age, wherein I just go out to run to kind of make myself feel relaxed, energized. So athletics was a very natural choice.
How did you find the voluntary service part of the award, and what did you do under it?
Rotary Club, which was a part of our school, and they had a very interesting event coming up while I was pursuing IAYP, which was a blood donation camp that they were organizing. And I got really excited by the kind of impact that I would be able to kind of create through such a event. And so eventually that kind of became part of the voluntary service that I did.
All right. And do you think that is a relevant section to be added into the award? Does it add any value?
It does actually. So I think there was hardly anything that I did as a young student that had a social impact. And a voluntary service that was a part of the curriculum kind of made me more aware about what we as individuals can do to kind of create a larger impact towards the society. And it does kind of, sow the seeds of that social aspect in somebody's mind, who eventually then grows up to also do more for the society.
Siddharth, tell us about your adventure journey in Dhanolti, the challenges you encountered, personal growth, and the unforgettable memories that you made with fellow participants.
So it was a very interesting experience, because that was actually a very first trip as a student. That was not in a very controlled environment, not a very guided trip. So that kind of helped me come out of my comfort zone. I had also never done trekking in all my trips. Usually there were very comfortable hotels that I used to stay in, but here we kind of stayed in a very temporary tent. So that experience was challenging. It was novel. It was exciting also. We did some trekking, we did mountaineering, we did a bunch of activities like we went out cooking with the villagers over there. It was a very, very interesting 4 to 5 day trip that I had. It really pulled me out of the comfort zone.
And I think for most young people, the most memorable part of the award is the adventurous journey section.
Also, I think prior to that, I think all the trips that we did, it was like we had a group of friends that we were going out with. And here I went out with about 16 folks. Some of them I had not known. They were part of my batch, but we hadn't ever interacted. So it was not a more of, a trip with friends, but a trip with some new folks which had their own travel lifestyles. They had their own journeys, and interacting with them, forming groups to do some of the challenging activities that we did there in the forest. That was a very, very enriching experience.
Yeah, good to hear that you had a lot of fun and you also learned a lot at your adventurous journey. What would be your advice for young award participants who are, participants who are still pursuing the award?
So one, obviously, I'll break it down into two. One, who are kind of considering whether they want to do this or not. And I think a large part of my interview here kind of tells about me coming out of the comfort zone, learning more about perseverance, efficient time management, and impact towards society. So I think pursuing IMIP was a very, very fulfilling experience for me that has had a very long-term impact in my life, even till date. And for the second part, which with folks who are doing it, I think my only advice would be uh, pick up activities that you're passionate about. Pick up activities where you get a chance to learn and move out of your comfort zone. Uh, do your activities very diligently and not just as a checkbox item. Because I think this program has been very carefully designed to give you a very, very holistic learning experience. And somebody who kind of does it with sincerity and diligence will definitely get a lot out of this for years to come.
Does the award help individuals in handling life situations, including personal relationships and experiences in the corporate world?
It does, and in many ways, right? So, for example, the first was that back in the day, I had a very singular mindset of, focus on board exams, focus on academics, and by pursuing this and completing the silver award, I think I realized that, you know, you can do a bunch of things and not just focus on academics. The second part was that somewhere your physical and mental fitness are associated with your productivity, with your efficiency at work. And hence, I later realized that, having a very active work life as part of the IMIP's physical recreation, having a very active mental life through the dramatics and theater that I did, had a positive impact even on my academics. So somewhere it's all interlinked.
Considering the importance we place on personal growth and adaptability, do you believe the award still holds significance and value for the young people of today?
It does. It does. I think specifically in India, there is still a mindset that academics is the only thing that leads to a successful life. In my opinion, that's a myth, and IAYP kind of breaks that myth. And I'm sure that we in India kind of reach a point where across the ecosystem, whether it's parents, whether it's children, whether it's faculty and coaches, kind of realize this, that a holistic life is something that can set you up for success and not just focusing only on academics. I think it's very much relevant even for today.
Thank you for taking out the time today to motivate young people, and thank you for joining our alumni network. For all our alumni, don't miss out on networking, mentorship, and exclusive events. Click the link in the description to join IOYP's alumni network and be part of an inspiring community.